for my digestion. Eating kale chips is a treat for me now. Eating any like seriously, produced food and recipes is more of a treat for me at this point. But that's what I do. And that's what I'm here to share with you and share with the world, is to show that raw, living cuisine, cultured foods can taste incredibly scrumptious, and that you can be doing it, and it's very simple. So I'm going to share this kale recipe with you. I have some purple kale. You can use any type of kale for the kale chips. I just so happened to get purple kale from my friend at the farmer's market today. There's 2 cups here. You can double the measurements or triple them, whatever. It should come out basically the same. Just make sure you're on your math. So bear with me because I'm going to do some of the measurements right here. I have a cup of truly raw cashews. Make sure that you get truly raw cashews. Most raw cashews are not actually raw and are heated above the 118 degrees to get them out of their shell. So basically from there I'm going to use some, this is a turmeric, coriander, fenugreek, mace, ginger, cumin blend, a little bit of garam masala, very little bit. And so I'm going to take 1 teaspoon, and I'm going to do a teaspoon and a half of this. This is actually a good brand too that does pretty much the same blend. Spicily organic. This is not the actual, I blended up my own curry for this. Did my own mix. There's thousands upon thousands, probably millions of different curries in India. Because curries, for each different family, they have their own curries. Basically, just the different mixes. I like throwing, all of the above. I'm gonna throw a little bit of red pepper in this. I'm gonna put about a quarter of a teaspoon of cayenne red pepper in it. Give it a little kick. I'm going to throw I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of this. This is coconut nectar. This is actually something that Essential Living Foods just recently got in. There's also another amazing company called Coconut Secret, coconutsecret.com, that has a coconut nectar, all raw. So Essential Living Foods and Coconut Secret. Essential Living Foods now has a online company that they just launched called Beon Living, BeonLiving, and you can get my yellow curry kale chips, my cheesy please me kale chips, a creamy dill kale chips, a sweet mustard, and some other products, some granolas and some spiced and flavored nuts that I created for them on their website. So go check that out. There's a link from my website, chefblive.com, and if you go through that link, then I actually get credited for it. So that would be what I would prefer. So if it works that way, awesome. Amazing products, really incredible products. I'm gonna put about, don't be fooled by this sea salt thing. I love this container, so I use it for, actually has pink salt in it. I'm gonna put 1 teaspoon. I will use sea salt though, but I prefer pink salt or Celtic salt, personally. So I'm putting 1 teaspoon of this. Really cool container. What can I say? And then a little bit of water. I have this structured, alkaline, microclustered water. It's by this company Kangen. So there's a quarter of a cup. I might need to add a little more. Let's see what happens with that. Essentially what I'm doing is I'm making a sauce for this kale. And then I'm going to throw it on this dehydrator sheet and throw it in the dehydrator for 105 degrees. And at one point, once it's dry enough, flip it over. And then after I flip it over and let it dry until my desired dryness. You can have it like moist and soft, almost like a treat, like a jerky, or you can let it go until it's more like a chip. I like both. I love to dance while my blender's on. Woohoo! So let me taste this. Excuse me, my brother. I have my wonderful brother, Bruce, is helping me tape this, my roommate. He's also a filmmaker and an amazing actor. I'm going to do a tiny bit more of the coconut nectar. Just a tiny bit more. Like I'm going to do 1 more tablespoon. Now bear with me that you are actually experiencing me create a recipe right on spot. I've done many kale chip recipes, but this one's a little different. So I'm documenting it, and it's for you. Specifically for you. I'm going to put a little bit more curry powder in it. I put like about a half a teaspoon more of the curry powder. It's got the perfect amount of salt. I'm making this for you, but we're gonna eat it. So usually I would, when I taste something, I would go like this, so you know, so you're aware. I wouldn't even touch my hand with the spoon, and then I'd taste it like that, so I didn't contaminate with my hands the food that I'm making. And of course I'd go to wash it after that. But since this is for us, woohoo! We're not afraid of cooties here in our household. I dropped a bit there. Wow, this is really good. I hope you guys try this really soon. If you don't have a dehydrator or a high-powered blender, then I would definitely recommend getting one ASAP. So now what I'll do is I'll take this. You know what? Actually, it needs a little bit more water. I'm glad I noticed this right now, because I wouldn't want you guys to not have the proper measurement. So I'm going to put another 1/4 cup of water. Now definitely remember to get the best water you can. Most of the waters out there on the market are not good. So I'm quite confident that the creator, yeah, oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. Now you can supplement the coconut syrup with raw honey, or if you're not, using 100% raw, well, you can use agave or maple syrup. I do, not all of the recipes at Beyond Living are 100% raw. They're like, most of them are like 98% raw, because some of them have agave, some of them have maple syrup, some of them have, I use nutritional yeast in some of them, and